Hey guys, this your girl Queen G. What's going on? Welcome to another edition of the Queen G Live Experience. I am your favorite host. I'm sorry, guys. It has been a long week so far. Lots of amazing moments. I got a chance to interview two beautiful ladies earlier from bank in Houston, Texas. And what a perspective. That was a really great perspective that they gave from that standpoint of going into banking because no one ever, we don't really get to talk to bank executives and find out what they do exactly and, what are some of the benefits of having great credit, this, that. We don't really, normally have that side of things. So it was a blessing to talk to them. I have an announcement to make really quick before we get into our exclusive interview. All three of my babies made straight A's. How about that? How about that? I'm so excited about that. I can't believe it. Like this year, especially of COVID and all the things that we experienced, I really can't believe that they came and just aced it and just did their thing. It goes to show you that, as long as you stay focused, you can accomplish anything that you want. And it's not even that I'm strict or anything, but I guess they just decided to get in there and get serious about their education. So I'm very proud of them, and I'm excited. So let's welcome our special guest officially. Welcome, Miss Rosalind, to
Hello,
the show. How you doing?
I'm okay.
All right. And I'm gonna introduce you as the person to know. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Rosalind, guys, is tied into the community. She works in the community and um, on different levels. You know what I mean? On different, many multiples of difference of levels. And that's not an easy role. It wasn't a secret for us. We were homeless, me and my family, when we were in Las Vegas living there. And in turn, after we came out of our situation, and even while we were going through our transition, we began to reach out to the public and we created a community program called Operation Bring Your Best. And it was one of the greatest things that I've ever done, one of the most rewarding, one of the toughest too. You know, a lot of people don't know how hard that is. So welcome to the Queen G Live Experience, Rosalind, officially.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us exactly what you do and how long you've been at this amazing job that you have.
Well, what I do is I really work in the community. We we serve the community. We feed the homeless. Sometimes we do Easter, every holiday for the kids in our community. We also do Christmas back to school for the community, and we also bring entertainment to Galveston County. Uh,
Wow.
and recently, I we just had a gun classes for the public, so that they can get their permit to have gun license. With the pleasure of free introducing me to some of the people, and I thank her for that. So that is what we had lately for the community.
Wow. Now, was that for the children or for the adults of the community?
That was for the adults to carry guns license. For the kids, we
Wow.
do back to school programs. We Easter every holiday like Halloween and all that for the kids. We do that in Club 6 Day. We give back to our community.
Right,
So
right, right. I got a question about the gun licensing and things like that. So
mhm.
if you don't have a license, you're really carrying illegally, right?
Okay, I couldn't hear you. What you did say?
if you're if you don't have a if you don't have a license, you're really carrying illegally.
Yes, well, right now you are until they got one more house to make it. If it passed to this one house, everybody get to carry a gun. You don't have to have your license.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And I'm sure COVID and things like that really brought awareness to certain subjects like that, like carrying a gun, how important it is to be a part of the community and things like that, and help give back. Because I believe a lot of people, even if they had
Uh-huh.
jobs, I call it, they ended up being kind of on the same playing fields because COVID really put us all in an inconvenient situation. You know what I
Yes, it
mean?
has. Yes, especially for me because I'm willing to give back, and really we couldn't really reach out to the people like we used to because of the COVID. So it was a lot of things this year that we really couldn't do. Like we had to hand the bags out for Easter for the kids. They had to drive by and pick them up. When we usually have the kids coming in, eat, hot dogs and play games and stuff like that. We couldn't do that this year. Unfortunately, we was
Wow.
able to give them in a rides by the car and give it to them.
Right. A lot of stuff had to be handed over versus
Coming
direct
in,
contact and things like that. And the
yes,
thing about, anything when it's in your heart, you're gonna find a way, right? You're gonna
yes,
figure it
yes,
out. You're gonna find a
yes,
way to work around all the inconveniences or whatever,
yes,
because the people are very, very important. I just remember being out there and helping serve the community and how important it was for us to come once a month with these, pre-packaged care packages, with soap and toothpaste and
yes.
toothbrushes.
And we also did that by my cousin. She have a organization that get what's the name of it? A Baby Steward Foundation. Uh, and she wanted to bring the food and uh, stuff like that for the. It was like hand soap, deodorant, uh, towels and stuff. She was just in Pampers, she was just giving it away, and we had to hand them outside too, also to the people. I think we did about 100 people that day.
Wow. And
Yeah.
it's so many angels like that,
Yes.
that want and have the desire to give and be a part of things like that. Let me ask you something. When people just want to give, what's the best way to bring those two worlds together? I'm talking about community service program and the people themselves. What's the best way to bridge that gap and bring them together to bring those resources to the forefront?
What I do is first I talk to the people and I let them know what are your plan and what are you going to do? What are you trying to do? So that I can reach out and help you do it, and we come together and we do it together. And so
Right,
once we find out what we all gonna do on one level, we end up just doing it.
right.
We just say, this is the place. I have the place for you to do it. Glad I'm having this place to do it. So y'all can come here and just do it. And we all just come together, and that's how we a community stick together.
Wow. And like I said, you put 1 or 2 feet on the ground and then God will, pretty much add the rest. That's how I, remember it
Yes.
being out there when we were in the community. And I wrote a book about homelessness
Okay.
because of my experience. It's
I'm gonna have
called,
to get that.
yep, it's called Get Back Up Again.
Okay.
And it's on Amazon. And basically, it's my homeless journey, the
Uh-huh.
things that took place during that time. And at the very end of the book, I'll never forget the night that we went to a local park and we had gotten this huge donation of jackets.
Hmm.
Huge, right? So it was winter time in Vegas. So wintertime in Vegas, it's in the desert and it gets pretty cold actually. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We we were like, let's get out here, let's go to this park and give out these jackets and make sure that the people are not out here freezing, you know what I mean, during this time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll never forget that night. I approached this handsome gentleman. He was very, very handsome.
Mm-hmm.
And you would never think he would be out there like that, right? So I asked him, I said, sir, and you have to approach them respectfully. I said,
Yes.
sir, would you like a jacket? Are you cold? And he said, yes. And I said, is there any way that I can take a picture with you? And I asked him that because, you know what I mean? Sometimes we also have to bring record back of
Yeah.
some of our transactions and things like that. So I took a picture of him and I got done with our route of giving out the jackets. We came back home, and that is when I looked at the picture, right,
Mm-hmm.
closely. That guy was so handsome. He looked like he had been wealthy at one time and did the
Yeah.
stock market. And you would never believe that someone with his handsome face like that would be out there suffering in those streets. But that's the thing, it impacts everybody economically. It impacts different races. You know what I mean? It just, there's no specific type really. You
No.
know what I mean?
Yeah, because like when you go out there, and I've been out there helping people since '85. Uh, when we had to fight for our projects, they didn't want the projects back. We fighted for the projects, the housing development they call them, but it was projects when we stayed in them. We had to fight to get them back here for the people. They didn't know, people lost everything when it came to Ike in Galveston. And it was hard for people to come back here. Some people came back, some people didn't. But we sit it up there and we fight for many months to get something built. Like we're still fighting for right now to get some more housing developed built down here in Galveston. Some people still want to come back, but the rent is getting so high down here that people can't afford it.
Yeah,
And
right,
so,
right.
so you seeing more people coming from our town homeless down here, but it's nowhere for them to go. So, well, we had programs that we'll go out and feed. The food bank would come down here and feed the people. I would help out with that. We'll give like 450 people food baskets down here in Galveston. Uh, it was just sad, but you never know what a person going through in life. You really don't.
Right.
You can be the richest person, but you'll never know what's going on, until it's to someone really sit down and talk to you really about it.
Exactly, exactly. And like I said, there's no certain type, there's no
Right.
certain category. And even us and our children had to, drive up to gas stations and bathe and
Yeah.
things like that. I'll never forget that era in my life. It wasn't that long ago. It was probably only about 7 years ago. So God
It's,
has blessed us to have housing, and He's part by part, bit by bit, restoring our lives. But don't nobody know that was rough. That was
yeah.
rough.
So that's what when that what made me get this building. When the building was, I was started out with selling clothes. I was giving out clothes, and the owner of the club told me, "Won't you come help me with the club?" And I said, "I don't want to do no club, but I don't want. I just want to hand out clothes." He said, "Just help me out." So I helped him out for like a month, and then he said, "Rawson, can you help me out again?" And I end up doing it all. Then I start doing it, and then one day he said to me, he said, "Rawson, take care of my club and take care of the lady was running it." So what made me think, I don't know what he was saying. The next day he died, and I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
it was like pressure on me, like, oh my, I can't believe this. And when the man had owned the building, say, Ross, I think you can run this building. And he gave it to me, he said, Miss Jackson, I want you to run this building, the whole building. I say, are you sure me? He said, yes, because you're a blessing and the people in the community respect you and love you. And they love what you're doing. So I want to give back too by helping you. And that made me feel so good. So every time somebody come in here or needs something, I'm going to be there for them.
That's amazing. And
Cause
you
God have
are,
been good to me. Cause 5 years ago, the doctor said I wasn't gonna make it. I wasn't gonna be here because I had blood clot. But look what God did. I'm still here in 3 more years. So when
mm.
God give me a blessing, I give it back to my community. And when Ken came in, he asked me to help him sell some tickets, him and free. I went out and sold some tickets for him, and then he was bringing Kelly and well, it was Kelly Price at first, and I sold the ticket for him, and he told me, Miss Jackson, I want to do something for you helping me out. And I said, no, you don't have to help me out. He said, no, what you want me to do? I want to bring somebody down here. So when he did, I say, well, I can get somebody here, to help you out. He said, no, it's to help the community because, they bought tickets from me and something went wrong, but we want to give back. And that was another blessing because, most people wouldn't even want to do nothing for you here. And,
right.
and Ken just came out of nowhere. So what we did is we raised, he didn't want to charge. I said, Ken, we got to charge something because we got to pay pay the band. He said, don't worry about paying the band. I say, no, well, you got to pay my staff. You can't let people just come and work and don't get paid. So I'm gonna charge just $5. So we made some money, and I paid my staff, and I want to give the money to Ken. Ken told me, he said, Ross, I don't even want the money. I said, no, Ken, we gotta give you the money. He said, no. I said, Ken, I can't take this money. He said, yes, you can. So what I did, I took the money because he kept telling me to take it,
And
and we
bought the
bought
tickets.
and we bought Easter eggs. Every child in Galveston on this side of the community, the
Aw.
other side had Easter egg basket, had Easter egg everything in it. And I had told Ken to come in, and I want to show him what we did with the money. And I gave him the receipts. He said, "I don't have to need no receipts, Miss Jackson, because I know what you're doing." And like I said, that was a blessing for him and Free to do what they did. So like I said, God works in mysterious ways. He bring you many people, and I'm just being blessed. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, and I love it. I love what everything that you represent. And like I said, I've been on the flip side of it, and it's just not, it wasn't easy,
No.
for us to recover and get on our feet. And then your record is scarred as far as rental history and things like that too. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You're dealing with that, trying to fight to get back on your feet and get your eviction off your records and things like that. Like it's
Yeah.
a lot.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying?
It
It's a
is
lot.
really. It is really, and that's why hopefully in about 2 more years I can start this program and help people, young ladies, to get a bank account. Show them because most young kids don't know what to do. I
Right.
mean, it wasn't told to us what we have to do. And most of the stuff what was in school, they take it out of school. Homemaking, learning how to cook and weld, and all that is taken out of school. So these young kids are not knowing what to do. So we need to go back in our roots, back in what mothers and ancestors did for us, and so we can teach our kids. So when they grow up, they won't be in trouble. They can have a house, a car,
Right.
paid up, but they can't have it if they don't know nothing. And
We
it
can teach
starts.
them a skill because all of our programs and schools and things like that had different skill sets in the classrooms, and that's what they taught the students. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And they
So
taking
when
a
you
half of that out of school
right,
now.
yep, all of that.
Yeah, so the kids right now really don't have anything, and that's what I want to start up in 2 more years. Uh, you know, get a program, summer jobs. They stopped that from our kids. So they want to know why the kids are getting in trouble because the kids don't have nothing to do.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's why we got to start from us. And that's what I'm planning on doing. And if we can start from us, I think we can be better.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yes.
What are some of the physical programs that you have in place right now for the city of Galveston? Give us some of
Right
that
now
insight.
we have Man's a Passage for the men's. I'm working on where we started the men helping young boys become old men, becoming men. They are 7 to 14 years old. Like they trying to stop them from getting in trouble. So they'll talk to them, tell them what's real life, what life is about, and they'll mentor them. So that's what we have. And then also I have a drill team that I do praise dance with young girls, and I teach them how to praise dance in there right now. And
Right.
right, and next week we supposed to be starting a women empowerment group for women to come in and sit down and you know talk about what's going on in life. And maybe somebody might be depressed in your family, or might be depressed in our group. We need somebody to talk to. That's what we're starting up next.
I would love to be one of your special guests in the
I
near
will.
future.
I'm gonna invite you. You know it. You know I am. You
That's
know I am.
wonderful. I think that what you're doing with that is amazing because even our young girls, they need to be steered in the right direction. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Now
Yes.
it's obvious teenagers have their own mind and they do what they want and things like that. But as much influence that we can give them that's positive, the better. You know what I'm
That's
saying? The
true.
better it is because it's also what you offer them. It's what you put on the table and lay before them every single day. What are they watching at your home? What do they see you doing? You know
Right.
what I mean? What kind of example are you leading?
And see, when I had the it's called the World at Drill Team. I started in '85, like I told you. Uh, Half of my girls that I have now, I am so proud of them. Half of them are nurses, half
Wow.
of them, and then some of them are teachers, and I got three of them that work in food service, and they are managers. So
Mhm.
I'm, I'm proud of the girls. So,
You should write a book about your success stories.
you
Some of
know what?
the
I am. I
Yeah,
am.
some of the success stories that have come through your hands and your tutelage. Let me tell you why. Because you know when you have, look, I'm a product of my neighborhood too.
Hmm.
I was a teen mother,
Hmm.
the whole bit. I got into a lot of trouble looking for love in the wrong places. You
Oh,
know what I
baby, I
mean?
don't even want to talk about that. That's another
Yeah.
show me
So
and you gonna have to get on.
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot that we could discuss. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I do believe that somewhere, you know what I mean? Like my mom, she went through her own thing, but it was still some stuff she exposed us to. She made sure we got to school every day. I
Hmm.
believe school is very important in a child's life and
Yes.
upbringing. Even if they don't like school, they need to sit in them classes every single day.
You're right.
You
You're
know what I
right.
mean? Because it literally is what you're exposed to.
True. And you're so right, because when I was also teaching my word less, I was teaching them their timetables, and it was sad because some of them was in the fifth grade, didn't know 3 times 3. They didn't know that. I'm like, wait a minute, come on, you don't. But by me sitting down, going over the things with them and teaching them that, they were so happy to know that they can do it.
Right, right. Yeah. It's something else. It's tough. It's
It
not
is.
simple at all. Um,
So that what makes me so proud to have this whole historical, and we're the only historical building besides two churches in Galveston still standing. This building right here,
wow. What a
and
blessing.
that what makes me so proud of this building, because the whole building that I bought, it was three clubs, a store, and then it was a newspaper place.
Right.
So now it's a hair salon and a food place and a club and a community outreach that I'm starting.
You
And
have
that's
changed it into a whole different setup.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I
God
have.
bless you. God bless your endeavors and everything that you touch, and that it would be, prosperous, and that God will continue to use your life, to impact others, and then those that will be trained under you to carry
Yes.
that legacy, what I mean, as well.
Yes.
Because now for you, it's all about building a legacy. You
Yes,
know
it
what I'm
is.
saying?
You're right. You're right. And I tell you, like you say, it's not easy and it's hard. But long as you believe in God, and some days I go home, I'll be like, what I got myself into, what I'm
Right,
doing. But I say, God, I know you put me in this predicament for something. So just use me and just teach me right and lead me and guide me right. And that's what he had
right,
been
right,
doing.
right. You have some amazing comments coming in. I want to read one in particular
Uh-huh.
from Love Jewel. She says, "Hi, beautiful. She is a light in the community."
Oh,
That's what her comment was.
thank you.
Freelander Brown says, "Rosalind Jackson and her staff has supported Rev Up Nation from day one because she believes in hope in Galveston. One Hope Experience is Saturday, May 29th, 2021. So, are you guys going to be there this weekend?
Baby, you know I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna be in there. I'm so happy to just be there to support Ken and Free for doing this for our Galveston County, looking out for us and bringing stuff back to Galveston like we used to have. It's just a blessing that Ken is doing what
Right.
he's doing, and I'm a
Especially
blessing.
preaching the message of hope right now, during this time. And we're still really in COVID. We're not out of it
No,
all the way.
no.
Um, this is the perfect message, for those that were quarantined for a year, and
Hmm.
this whole thing took our lives and turned it upside down. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not
it
to say
did.
it was for the worse or better. You know what I mean? It turned our lives into a whole nother
Yeah, it
thing.
did. God say, God, wait till I get this old to do stuff. Like, it was sad because we all had lost a lot of things. And then I thought I was gonna have to close down because of the COVID, because of I wasn't making no money coming in. We wasn't, we had to let the bill go back. It was like Lord just got us the right way. You
Right,
know, people was out here hungry, like you saying, they was out here hungry, and I was glad that we was able to feed some of the people, give them back food. Ashley Felton also gave back food. She had a food bank that would feed the people. She fed over 400 people. You know,
amazing.
yeah, it was a blessing for these people to do stuff for gals, and I'm just thankful God that people are getting their shots, like the lady that worked for me, my partner, Lydia McGrew. She's a head nurse. They giving out shots free at West Point Church in Galveston County. That's a blessing, you
It
know.
is. It
So
is.
I
I
just,
mean, it's just been a lot. It's been a lot, but we know that we have God up above, to look up to help us through this time, and keep us strong.
yeah.
Keep us strong to help each other, to help the community, to
Hmm.
be there, in that type of capacity, even if it's challenging. He makes the way, some kind of way.
Yeah.
So I love what uh, Ken is representing,
Hmm.
with this weekend and all that he's doing with Rev Up Nation, for the
Yes.
youth, and bringing people together and preaching that message of hope. We all need a little bit of hope. We
Yes,
all
we
do,
do.
you
Yes, we
know.
do. Yes.
So, can you give us the name and location of your building? And we're going to close out this interview. But I just
Okay.
wanted to get your information for the people of Houston and Galveston. And for anyone that wants to get in touch with you as well, to donate, to be a blessing to your program.
Okay. My program and my business and my place is Club 68, 3114 Market, Galveston, Texas, 77550. The phone number is 409-497-3203.
Say that phone number again.
409-497-3203.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. You have been such a light and such a blessing. Keep up the good work. I know it's not easy, um, but you know what I mean? You're doing an amazing thing out there. And
Thank you.
uh, you have a big heart. You have a big heart. And we appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I just met you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you for having me on here. I really do.
Definitely, definitely.
And I want to see you
So
though.
I know. I hope to see you this weekend.
Yeah, I hope you come on by the club
What's in the
and
red
see
carpet.
us. I hope you come
Yes,
by the club and see us.
yes, yes, definitely. So thank
Okay.
you so much, and I'll see you next time. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Have a good one.
everybody else.
Oh my God, she was so sweet. What a sweetheart. Again, you guys, please support her program, everything that she's doing, because she is giving directly to the people, and people are in need right now, especially coming up off of this um, aftermath of the COVID, and people are still struggling. People are still going through it. They're still trying to figure out how to make ends meet and pay their bills and things like that. So, if you guys can donate to her program, please give back. And some capacity. I think this is her. Oh,
Okay.
you had something else to say, Mama?
No, I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was just ending the show and giving the last little part, telling everybody to donate to your program, uh,
Yes.
and get in there and give back to this beautiful lady and what she has going on. Her mission and her vision is amazing, and she has a big heart and she wants to serve the people. She's one of those ones that is really out there serving the people, y'all. It's a difference. There's one that say they want to do it, and then there's those ones. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And
Yes.
she is one of those ones. So please open your heart, your pockets, bless her program, bless what she is doing, her endeavors. And thank you so much for tuning in to the Queen G Live Experience today. I'll see y'all next time, okay? This is your girl, Queen G of Queen G Live Experience. Peace.
And soul and happiness.